be my lover, you gotta get with my friend.
I remember when rock was young.
Waiting backstage to take part tonight are Steve Chadwick from Manchester. From Twickenham, Surrey, Shelly Weldon. We'll also be meeting Roy Acton from Blackpool, Vanessa from Canvey Island, Essex, and Ian Davis from Rotherham in Yorkshire. Now, here's your host, Matthew Kelly.
Welcome to Stars in Her Eyes, the show that's full of flavour, low in fat and wonderfully presented. The TV equivalent of the traditional Sunday lunch. Never mind your nouvelle cuisine TV shows. We like to keep our five-star recipe for success simple. We take 5 budding talents, add a dash of musical magic, a sprinkling of dance and a hefty dollop of showbiz. Then bring to the boil over 45 minutes of sizzling live singing and serve piping hot every Saturday night. Organic, delicious and fun. Our 5-star guests may not be able to fry an egg between them, but when it comes to their singing, they're all master chefs. So let's tuck into the first course with star guest number 1.
Bonnie here is only a little dog, but boy, can she run me off my feet. So we're now going down to our favourite place by the river. I'm Shelly Weldon, I'm 37 and come from Twickenham, which is in the Royal Borough of Richmond, Surrey. I started off my career as a philatelic journalist. That's writing human interest stories about stamp collecting. Now, if you're not a stamp collector, you must think, oh, how boring. But it's not. It's extremely interesting. One thing I love doing is to go to residential homes and give them a lively show. It's lovely to see a 93-year-old throw away his Zimmer frame and start doing the Charleston or something like that, and I get them up doing the Okey Cokey and you name it.
She's left Bonnie back in the Royal Borough, so please welcome Shelly Weldon. Now, Shelly, that's something those are words you don't hear in a sentence very often. Stamp collecting and interesting.
Well, when you've made a load of money out of stamps, you'll find that interesting, all right?
Ah, I see.
Good to know what you're buying.
Well, I've gone all philatelic for the moment. Because this is nothing new to you, really, is it? Because you performed in front of royalty, haven't you?
Oh. Well, I was booked just to do some background music on the keyboard at a private party, which turned out to be for the Sultan of Oman.
Oh, get you.
And then he asked, you know, his entourage asked if I could also dance. So I thought, uh-oh, I'm not doing that.
Oh, well, this will be nothing to you then, will it?
Well, I didn't do it, actually, because I ended up doing the actual artist I'm going to do tonight. And that's what started it all off.
And what do you like about this artist that you're going to be?
Oh, she was so lively. She had a zany sense of humour, you know, a bit of a laugh.
And you had something in common as well, don't you?
Yes, we're both the same height.
You'd
never believe it.
What height is that?
5'1".
Are you only 5'1"? I would never have noticed, isn't it? It's uncanny, isn't it? She was famous for quite a few other things, wasn't she?
Oh, yes. She had very, very colourful outfits and 10-inch heels, and she was very fruity. She loved a load of fruit.
She liked fruit, right? I think you better tell us. Who are you going to be for us tonight, Shelley?
Well, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Carmen Miranda.
Carmen Miranda! It's human fruit cocktail time, because tonight, singing live, Shelly Weldon is Carmen Miranda!
Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, 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 I like you very. Ay, 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 I feel your friend. Why, you think that when I feel your touch, my heart starts to beat the rhythm of mine. Ay, 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 I like you to hold me fast. You are too divine. If you want to be in someone's arms tonight, just be sure the arms are not mine. Oh, I like your lips, and I like your eyes. You do like my hips, do it it's no size you see the moon avant way up in the blue. See, I think I fall in love, and when I fall, I think I fall for you. Ay, see, I can see that you for me.
Ay.
I like you very much.
Ay.
I think you why that when I feel your touch, I have such a little bit of eyes. I like you to hold me tight. You are too tight. If you want to be in someone's arms tonight, just be sure the answer is not mine. Oh, I like your lips, and I like your eyes. You do like my lips. Do it's no time. See the moon above. Way up in the blue. Sister, I think I fall in love. When I fall, I think I fall for you. Ay. See. I can see that you for me.
You know, the only words that spring to mind are, ay, caramba. Aren't you just, that was absolutely sensational. Did you enjoy yourself?
Oh, I did. I feel all bananas now.
You're nearly fruit puree by the end of that. Ladies and gentlemen, Shelly Weldon as Carmen Miranda. I like you very much. I think you're grand. They don't write lyrics like that anymore, do they? I mean, could you imagine the Spice Girls singing words like that? I mean, you know, their lyrics are so much more meaningful, like, I wanna, really wanna zig-a-zig, ah. Now that is class. But from a lady with fruit on her mind, or at least on her head, to a man who likes to keep his home from home mobile. Star guest number 2.
I'm Ian Davis, and this is where I live. Not really. I was brought up in Rotherham, and when I left school, I was 15 years old. So I tried out caravan building just to get through my YTS scheme, and they kept me on. I live with my wife, Ellen, and my son, Luke, who is 2 years old. I've been trying for like 3 or 4 years now to get on, and this time I've done it. When I walk through those doors, it'll be a different world. It'll be my own world, where I can sing, and everybody will have to listen. Who knows? After this show, I might have my own tour bus.
A man who's hoping to build himself a singing career, please welcome Ian Davis. Now, your wife, Helen, has been telling me all about you, because when you've had a few beers, tell us what happens.
Yeah, I get a bit wild, a bit confident.
Right.
I get up and sing, and to everybody, anybody in the pub.
So it's the beer that makes you do it?
Yeah.
You see, you are a bit of a wild man yourself. I mean, because that's something you have in common, perhaps, with the person that you're going to be.
Yeah.
Because he's known as a wild man, isn't he?
Yeah, it is.
Do you think you're a wild man yourself?
Well, I can be, I suppose, but
Yeah.
I've settled down a lot since I've been married.
Well, we can tell from the
I'm a
beginning
shell.
of that film where you say, this is my home. Not really. That was pretty wild, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about the person that you're going to be.
Well, he's a front man in a Scottish band.
Right.
And the first hit was in 1989.
Yeah.
Kiss This Thing Goodbye.
Yeah, right.
The more recent hit I'm going to do tonight was in 95.
So tell us who you're going to be, Ian.
Well, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Justin Currie of Dillamitri.
Justin Currie! It's Scottish rock with sideburns. Because tonight, singing live, Ian Davis is Justin Currie!
Something wrong and you can't put your finger on it. Right then, roll to me. And I don't think I have ever seen a so in despair. So if you want to talk, then I through. Guess who will be there? So don't try to deny it, pretty baby. You've been down so long you can hardly see. When the engine stalled and it won't stop raining, it's the right time to roll to me. Roll to me. Roll to me. And I don't think I have ever seen a so in despair. So if you want to talk, then I'm through. Guess who will be there? So look around your well, pretty baby. Is it everything you hoped it to be? The wrong guy, the wrong situation. The right time to roll to me. The right time to roll to me. The right time to roll to me.
You see, you were wild after all, weren't you? And you didn't need any beer, did you? No. You won't do now in the pub, will you? You're all right, Helen, I've sorted it. Ladies and gentlemen, Ian Davis as Justin Currie. Good old-fashioned rock and roll makes you feel on top of the world. And here's another man who's used to feeling good in high places. Star guest number 3.
I'm Acton from sunny Blackpool. I'm a roofing contractor and I better get cracking. I've been a builder since I was 16 and mainly work with my brother Tony and Mark. We do guttering jobs, rendering, bricklaying, pointing, jack of all trades really. Absolutely love my job, love being outside, I love a crack with the lads. We're famous as Acton lads, we'll never ever refuse a brew, even if it means having 20 a day, we'll have every one. When I got the phone call to say I was going on the show, I can remember thinking somebody was having me on. One of my friends had rung up knowing that I was hoping to get on, and I just didn't believe it. And I remember feeling dizzy and my hand couldn't put the phone back on the receiver because it was shaking so much.
Well, now I'm on a roll and ready to walk through those doors and give it plenty.
He's hoping to lay the foundations of his success, so please welcome Roy Acton. So tell me about the Acton boys. I mean, your brothers. How did they react?
Tony and Mark, they're jealous, but proud.
Are they?
Yeah.
I bet they're thrilled they're on that film, aren't they?
Oh, they love it.
And do they sing as well?
They do, yeah. They fancy themselves as the Beatles, you know.
Oh, really? Yeah. They sing 60s kind of stuff, do they?
Yeah.
Really? Well, that's a very big clue, the 60s stuff and the Beatles stuff, isn't it? Why do you sing?
All the attention I get.
That's enough. I'm a big head. Oh, that's a big head. Well, you've come to the right place then, haven't you, really? Give us a few clues about who you're going to be, because the 60s is big,
Yeah.
There's the Beatles.
Yeah.
Because this guy that you're going to be actually sang with the Beatles.
He certainly did. He shared the same manager as well.
Right.
His first 3 hits went to #1. It's only the Spice Girls that have beaten that recently.
Right.
His most famous song is a football club anthem, and it's also featured on the musical Carousel.
Right.
And he's still singing now,
Yeah.
after more than 30 years in the business.
They're still touring the world,
Yeah.
and they're all going, oh, yes, yes, yes. You better confirm it for us, Roy. Who are you going to be tonight?
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Gerry Marsden.
Gerry Marsden! He's jumped on that ferry across the Mersey to be with us, because tonight, singing live, Roy Acton is Gerry Marsden!
To you, how do you do what you do to me? I'm feeling blue. Wish I knew how you do it to me, but I haven't a clue. You give me a feeling in my heart, like an arrow passing through it. Suppose that you think you're very smart, so won't you tell me how do you do?
You know, the really uncanny thing is that you look nothing like Gerry Marsden, and yet when you do that song, it looks exactly like him, doesn't it? Exactly like him. Well, that's a tribute to your performance, that. Thank you. Doesn't this beat working for a living?
Great, isn't it?
Hey, yeah. Come away from that roof with those boys. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mersey sound of Roy Acton as Gerry Marsden. How do you do it? We get asked that all the time. How do you get all those star guests to sound like those stars? Well, we don't. We help out with wigs, dancers and makeup, but the star guests bring the things that we could never hope to supply: enthusiasm, dedication and natural star talent. And to prove it, kicking off part 2, we've got a star guest who'll transform into a famous rock chick who, there is no doubt, had one of the biggest hits of last year. Think about it and I'll see you in a couple of minutes. The musical equivalent of the United Nations. Where else could you boogie on down to South American Mambo from Carmen, Miranda, Scottish Rock with Delamitri, and Liverpudlian Pop from Gerry Marsden? In fact, we are the UN. Except we've got more songs, dancers and glittery costumes than they have. Now, remember the mystery rock chick I mentioned before the break? She's also known as the singing belly button. There's no doubt it's a bit of a tough one, but it's not Barbara Streisand, the singing nose, or Tina Turner, the singing legs. It's not even Madonna, the singing pointer bits. Take a peek at star guest number 4 and see if you can figure it out.
Well, I've certainly got my work cut out for me entertaining 2 small children. You ready, girls?
Yay!
Well, we're off to the beach now. My name's Vanessa Perry. I'm 30 years old and I come from a place called Canby Island in Essex. I'm married to Tony and we've got 2 daughters, Darcy who's 4 and Jodie who's 2. As a child I was always imitating various singers and comics. When I first heard the song I thought it was a really good catchy song. It was actually my daughter Darcy's favourite song at the time and I decided to try and be her. Now I've actually got to work and actually do it, but I'm really excited and I can't wait.
Oops, you caught me daydreaming about the show there. Oh, this is glorious. Life really is a beach.
She's a musical mermaid in the making. Please welcome Vanessa Perry. Well then. Oh, the children are so beautiful.
Okay.
What will they think seeing you here tonight?
Well, they're really pleased for me, especially Darcy, as I said on the film. It's her favourite song, and all throughout my practising for the series, she's been trying to out-sing me.
Really? And how old is she?
4.
She's 4. Your turn next, Darcy. All right, after this. Now, tell us what happened when you first sang in public.
When I was about 7 or 8, I was asked to sing at a local club. I got up and sang Don't Cry For Me, Argentina. And at the end, a lovely old lady came up to me and gave me a £1 note, which gave me a bit of a taste for singing.
And it was a £1 note?
It was a note.
So it was a while back then,
it was.
wasn't it?
Thank you.
And that stated both of us. Now, I think you look like the person that you're going to be tonight.
Yeah, a lot of people think that she looks like Madonna.
Yes, that's true. And I think she's a little bit influenced by Madonna as well, isn't she? Although she's part of a group, isn't she?
Yeah, she's the lead singer of an American group. They've been together for about 10 years, trying to make it. Their influences are Madness and the whole sort of ska sound.
Yeah.
And they finally made it big recently with a #1 hit, which I'm going to be singing tonight.
And you do sing it fantastically well. Tell us who you're going to be, Vanessa.
Tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Gwen Stefani from No Doubt.
Gwen Stefani with the powerful #1 rock ballad. Tonight, singing live, Vanessa Perry is Gwen Stefani.
Every day together, always.
Hey, is there anything you'd like to say to the children while we've got their attention?
Hi, girls.
Hi, girls. I've got something to say. Darcy, I don't care how good you are, you won't beat that. That was fantastic. And go to bed now. Ladies and gentlemen, Vanessa Perry as Gwen Stefani. Fall down, and just one more to go, but don't make up your mind just yet as to who's the best of the bunch until we meet our final star guest.
I'm Steve Chadwick. I work here in Manchester as a vehicle refinisher, and it's time for me to clock on. I've been refinishing cars in the motor trade for about 18 years. It basically involves the painting of the cars, the preparing of the cars before they go into the oven, and some small repairs. My favourite part of the job is probably the actual painting of the car. You feel artistic. Although I do enjoy my work, I don't really see myself doing it for the rest of my life. Hopefully, after my appearance on Stars in Their Eyes, things could happen possibly, and I'd like to be eventually making a career out of singing and playing music. As far as winning's concerned, I really don't mind whether I win or not. And when I walk through those doors, all I can do is give it the best shot.
Not one to gloss over his singing talent, please welcome Steve Chadwick. So tell us the first venue that you ever sang in, Steve.
I believe it was the Shower.
Was it really?
Yes.
From such small beginnings. Well, talk about your hands. Your hands are lethal, aren't they?
Well, they may have been a few years ago.
Oh, are they not anymore? Tell us why this is.
Well, I used to train martial arts between the ages of about 9, 10, up to about 21, 22.
Yeah.
Good hard training, but you got to slow down when you get a bit older.
And what did you get up to?
Black belt, second dan.
Black belt. Nobody's messing with you here, you see. And that'll give you absolutely no clue as to who Steve's going to be tonight, so you better give us 1 or 2 clues, and we'll have a guessing game here, right?
Right. Well, he was born in 1962, a year before me.
Right.
He's the biggest album sales in the US, over 62 million. He's become the highest paid singer in the world. He's got his own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, and his real name is Troyle.
Troyle.
His first name.
It's the Troyle that gives it away for me. Tell us who you're going to be, Steve.
Well, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks, the urban cowboy in the 10-gallon hat, because tonight, singing live, Steve Chadwick is Garth Brooks.
"3:30 in the morning, not a soul in sight. The city's looking like a ghost town on a moonless summer night. Raindrops on the windshield, there's a storm moving in. He's heading back from somewhere that he never should have been. And the thunder rolls. And the thunder rolls. Every light is burning in a house across town. She's pacing by the telephone in her faded flannel gown, asking for a miracle and hoping she's not right, and praying it's the weather that's kept him out all night. And the thunder rolls. And the thunder rolls. The thunder rolls. And the lightning strikes. Another love goes cold on a sleepless night. As the storm blows all out of control. Deep in her heart, the thunder. Waiting by the window when he pulls into the drive. She rushes out to hold him, thankful he's alive. But on the wind and rain, a strange new perfume blows, and the lightning flashes in her eyes, and he knows that she knows. And the thunder rolls, and the thunder rolls. The thunder rolls, and the lightning strikes. Another love goes cold on a sleepless night, as the storm blows all out of control. Deep in her heart, the thunder rolls.
You've got a fantastic voice, you know.
I believe you.
Do you? I'll tell you, after this, you'll be a black belt in karaoke.
Again.
Ladies and gentlemen, Steve Chadwick as Garth Brooks. That's it. We're done and dusted, except the toughest part of the show, picking the one-star guest who'll go through to our live final. In just over a minute, we'll have a winner. But here's a reminder of all our star-powered performances. First up tonight was dog lover Shelly Weldon as Carmen Miranda. Then it was mobile home operator Ian Davis as Justin Currie. Next we had one of the Acton lads, Roy Acton as Gerry Marsden. After that it was young mum Vanessa as Gwen Stefani. Finally, we went west with Manchester lad Steve Chadwick as Garth Brooks.
Another love goes cold on a sleepless night.
We've seen all the performances, so there's nothing more to say, except, audience, cast your votes now. While the audience vote to make a star, we'll take a look backstage to see how our star guests thought they did.
It's a fantastic feeling of being part of a team, and it's something I'll treasure always.
I'm not bothered about winning. It's just been so good to get on show. I'm a winner already.
Well, all day long I've been shaking like a leaf, as the rest of the crew know. But when I got on there, I must admit, I really enjoyed it. And the audience were absolutely brilliant, so I felt great.
Now it's all over, I'm just extremely relieved, and I just think I've had such a wonderful time. I'm sad it's over.
The experience is just unexplainable. It's absolutely fantastic. A buzz you can never explain, you can't put into words.
So there they are, nerves a jangle. Will tonight be the night for Carmen Miranda, Justin Currie, Gerry Marsden, Gwen Stefani, or Garth Brooks? And the winner is Gwen Stefani! Believe it.
I can't believe it.
Why can you not believe it?
I just can't. Everyone was so good.
Yeah, they worked a very tough competition tonight. And what a lovely bunch of people.
Excellent. Everybody's been so lovely.
Yeah,
really,
well,
really good.
I'm so pleased for you because of the children.
Yeah.
Darcy.
Darcy's got some work to do now.
Yeah. And I've got good news for you. Your mum will be back on the live final. And that's another really late night. Fantastic.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this week's show. Vanessa has managed to win through from over 50,000 hopefuls to go forward to our live final in June. Tonight is her night. We've just enough time, once again, to enjoy the sensational rock sounds of Vanessa Perry singing live as Gwen Stefani. Good night.
We used to be together.
I really feel that I'm losing my best friend. I can't believe this could be the end. It looks as though you're letting go, and if it's real, well, I don't want to know. Don't speak, I know just what you're saying, so please stop explaining. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts. Don't speak, I know what you're thinking. I don't need your reasons. Don't tell me 'cause it hurts.
If you'd like to appear on Stars in Their Eyes, please call 0990 66 55 44. And who knows, our famous doors could open for you.